Breaking news from News 1.
In 1940, there were 127 Japanese here in the United States, with 55% of them being American citizens. They were and still are discriminated because of their race. They can't swim in public swimming pools, and certain jobs and housing districts are close to them. As we all know, the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, made conditions much worse for the Japanese. Measures were taken to make sure no Japanese living in the United States could help the war efforts in Japan. In some areas, local stores and businesses even refused to serve them, and their insurance policies were canceled. Rumors of sabotage related to Japanese Americans increased. These rumors were said to be evidence to the government that a Japanese plot was underway. Last month, on January 19th, President Roosevelt required all Japanese Americans to be placed in internment camps, reason being national security. Now let's head over to Kareen, who's on the scene.
Thanks, Michelle. I'm here in front of the Japanese camps where many people from Japanese descent are kept for the war efforts. Each family is given a 20 by 25 foot room and have community restrooms and meal rooms. People here are under heavy surveillance, and here with me is Jen Chang, a Japanese woman who is able to prove her loyalty to the U.S. and is able to help with the war efforts. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but here with me is Jen Chang. So Jen, how was life in the camps and how is it getting out?
Each day we would do the basics of life, for example, help run schools and manage marriages and births and deaths. Some prisoners were released to voluntarily serve in the armed forces. I was one of the 17,000 who was able to prove my loyalty, and for this I was moved to the segregated unit that earned great respect. Thanks, Green. Although many of the Japanese Americans that were put in these camps were not at fault, the only way to keep anyone harmful in confinement was to resort to these measures. Many families were split apart, which caused much devastation throughout each camp. Few were executed due to lack of respect for rules regarding boundaries, but once these Japanese Americans proved their loyalty, these rules weren't nearly as strict.
Well, that's tonight's report. Thank you for watching. Signing off from News 1, I'm Michelle Elke.